Hey YouTube, it's Tango. Today, with our tips and tricks, we're going to look at two different landing locations that are more in the easy and medium range for players if you're looking to try to get that easy Victory Royale, or if you want a little bit more of a challenge. Quick reminder, I stream every Monday through Saturday at 8:30 Central on Twitch. You can find a link in the description down below. And while you're here, make sure you subscribe and click the bell so whenever I post a new video, you know right away and you can come check it out. Anyways, let's get to the tips. The first place we're going to check out is actually a favorite of mine from last season. This is where I always landed in Arena, and it's the weather station just south of Caddy Corner. Since the addition of Caddy Corner, this is still a really popular drop, and people will show up quite a bit here. When you land here, there are 9 chest spawns. First one you already saw me go get was in that bedroom. I always like to land in this house because it gives you some protection, and it's not the popular landing spot at this location. The next chest is in the attic of the house. Really easy to get to, gives you 2 quick chests while giving you the protection from people who landed at the main building. The next chest spawn is out here to the east by the solar array. And then it's really easy to hop on over to the truck. You just have to watch out for people in the main building. Once you do that, you can actually head inside the main building. And I got lucky in this game and there was actually no one here with me. I got to hit every single chest. The next chest is in this little room on the ground floor. And then there's another chest in the kitchen on the ground floor. The nice thing about this is if you went to this location last season, none of the chest spawns changed. There's nothing different about it. It would be very familiar to you. Next chest spawns on the second floor. And you can see I'm also picking up all the ammo boxes. There are 4 possible ammo box spawns here. Always make sure to open as many ammo boxes as you can because that's just free ammo and it's silly not to. The final chest spawn is up on this little structure up here under this tower. Now once you've hit all the chests, if you want to, there are 3 different options for leaving. The first option, if you're playing pubs, there's a helicopter, and then you can head pretty much anywhere. Here I went towards Misty and land on this little hill where there's a long chest, which usually gives you pretty good loot. And from there you can rotate whichever way you want. The second option is to go up over the hill to the east, hit this taco truck, and to drop down into the campsites that are up on top of the hill as well. There are 2 chests here, which helps you keep your rotation going, and then you can drop down on top of the vault for another 2 chests before you decide if you want to head back over to Caddy and deal with what's left there. Or you can head towards Retail Row and continue your rotation out of Retail Row. Every single one of these rotations depends on the circle and where the circle lands. The final rotation, and my personal favorite, is heading straight down into Caddy Corner after looting all the chests up at the weather station. Once you've taken the time to do that, most of the people who originally landed at Caddy Corner, which is a really hot drop right now, should either have rotated out or been eliminated, leaving a little bit of loot for you. I always like to head over towards this little building to watch out for henchmen and give me a chance to get into the phone booth and change into a henchman so they don't fire at me. I've done this several times, and there have been many times where I've come down and Kit is still walking around with both of his mythic weapons, making for an easy pickup for me. But on this occasion, the player that took Kit out and got his weapons was still in the vault, so I popped into the vault and tried to take him out. He ran, but I had done enough damage to him that I decided to chase him and hopefully take him out before he get too far away. This allowed me to pick up both of Kit's mythic weapons, and then I went back to the vault to heal up and see if there are any other items that I wanted to take with me. While I was waiting in the vault, helicopter came in and a person hopped out and came into the vault. I made quick work of them, and in this rare occasion, they had actually brought Ocean's mythic weapons from the flotilla, and I picked them up and made my way out to continue my rotation over towards Lazy Lake. The other location I want to talk about is the Rickety Rig, and this is probably my favorite landing spot of Season 3. This section of Rickety Rig has 15 chests and 7 potential ammo spots. When I landed here this time, there was already somebody here, and I had to chase them down to take them out. Come back here. But once I took them out, I wanted to go check out the most important part of landing here at Rickety Rig. I think this is what sets this apart from the weather station. There's an old vault that has a drop in it. Landing here, you automatically get either an epic or a legendary weapon out of it. No matter what it is, that's still a good pull off the bat of the game. The other thing is, you also get an automatic launch pad out of it. So you're already ready for rotation as soon as you open that. But the other thing is that there are plenty of chests here for you to check out. You could see that I already got 2 after chasing that guy down. There's also one in this crate that's just east of the vault. There are 2, they're right here by the reboot van, one inside of the crate right next to it. And then one on the conveyor belt just above it. Next is this small one just north of the reboot van, next to the porta potty. If you hadn't gotten the one on top of the wind turbine, you can go up to it from here using the zip line. And then you can move down and get the next one, which is on top of these crushed metal sections. And then one last one inside the building on the last part of the island. The other thing that this location has going for it that the weather station does not, there are plenty of fishing spots with the water around it, but that may change later in the season as the water levels drop. Also, there are 3 boat spawns, so even if someone lands here with you and gets off in a boat, there's still boats that you can pick up and take off in. 2 other things is if you're landing here as a duo or squad, there's the reboot van that we've already seen, and there's also an upgrade station here, unlike the weather station near Caddy. Now once you decide to rotate off of Rickety Rig, there's actually 4 different rotations that I suggest here. You could head over to Misty. As you see, I'm doing this in a boat, but there's also a whirlpool here that can launch you if you decide to swim. Once you're over at Misty, you can land at the islands, or you can head over to Misty proper and make your decision on how you're going to rotate from there. The second one is heading over to the Fortilla. This one works mainly if the circle is close enough to your landing spot for you to go in. If you're going to go over, it's a good idea to always check out the vault. If the vault's open, there may still be some loot. As you can see, when I went here, the vault was closed. The third one is heading straight over into Weeping Woods, or what used to be Weeping Woods. You can cut across the land right here, making a quicker of a transition. But the problem with this rotation is once you get past Weeping, there's not a lot of places that you can loot left. This little floating mobile home park has a lot of metal, but only 1 chest that you can actually open. The final rotation, and my personal favorite, is heading across the water again, but this time going a little bit more towards the Authority and stopping at the old ghost hangout that's up on the hill. Once you get through, there's plenty of places where you can pick up mats. Once you're inside the ghost hideout, there are 3 chests inside, plus 2 on top of it if they haven't been looted yet. Once you're done going through the ghost hideout, you can head over towards the Authority via the zip line, or you can move your rotation around and head more towards the circle depending on where it's located. Alright, here's a little bonus tip about the Rickety Rig location. Anytime you're rotating from the Fortilla or further south or further west, always make a stop inside of the vault. Like in this instance, someone had not gotten it, so that still gives you that epic or legendary weapon plus the launch pad that you can use for rotation, and then you can also continue through and open the chests in this location. And there you have it. If you're looking for more of a challenge, you can land at the 2 most popular locations on the map right now, which is Caddy Corner and the Authority. There's a little bit more of a challenge there as more players will be landing. I prefer to take the easier routes with the 2 that I showed you. check them out and try them out. You can try them in pubs and you can try them in arena. I think I've given you plenty of suggestions and plenty of options for you to try out. Once again, I stream every Monday through Saturday on Twitch. There's a link in the description below. Feel free to come by. We can chat, we can talk about Fortnite, or we can talk about anything that you want. Thank you guys for hanging out, and don't forget to subscribe here and click the bell so you know when I post a new video. And while you're down there, why don't you drop a like and also leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about these two drops. If you think that there's a better drop for easy to medium players, then let me know, and maybe we can do a video about that next time. But until then, I will see you guys soon.